Hey guys, yes, it's me again, alive. Apparently we dropped from twice a week's postings to once a month, and I'm very sorry for that. But since my last post, I experienced another emergency, unfortunately, and I have to say that the last chemo really brought me down. So I wasn't very well over the last 2 weeks. I'm feeling much better since a couple of days. So I decided to do finally another post to update you on my situation. So let me directly dive into it. On the 15th of November, I it was like 3 days after my first Hamilton work appointment and 2 days before my second one. So my body is amazing. It's just navigates these emergencies around my working schedule. So in the morning of the 15th of November, I I woke up and with a really massive, and I'm really talking about massive bleedings. This was an existential experience. I was literally I was literally thinking that I was about to die. So after after 1 hour, my entire bathroom looked like a slaughterhouse. And after 1.5 hours, I was like finally able to call an ambulance, which arrived like 10-15 minutes later. So the paramedics got up here and and provided me with an actually very outrageous paramedics, typical Berlin, I think, experience, which I will tell you in a second about. So after some discussions, they brought me to my hospital, to my St. Joseph hospital, and again, my doctors were immediately available. I can't thank enough this amazing team of doctors what I am granted with. This is just a gift from heaven, I have to say. So it turned out that I'm not going to die, that actually just a vein has popped open and caused this massive blood loss. I was actually fainting because of this immense blood loss I had. And they could fix it with an ambulant surgery by sort of clipping it close, which worked, so the bleeding stopped. And of course, 2 days later, I left the hospital and went to Hamburg to show up to my second and very important Hamilton work appointment. Yeah, about the paramedic experience. So I called this ambulance, and despite the fact that I described, I'm living in a big apartment building, so I described to the woman at the phone very carefully where my apartment is situated, but still, obviously, they got lost in the hallway. So I saw the ambulance was standing in front of my building, no paramedics showing up. So I went one stairs down and called them to my apartment. Actually, I was really about to faint because of the blood loss, and I had to discuss with them, and actually being very persuasive and very clearly persuasive that they need to drive me to my hospital, St. Joseph and Tempelhof, and not to the closest one in Friedrichshain. So one of them told me, "Oh, it's better we drive you to Friedrichshain, and then it's a very easy thing to pass you on to Tempelhof." And I told them, you know what, we are in Berlin. Nothing is like quickly and easy here. So finally, we got down to the ambulance. I lied down on the bed, still bleeding, and just simply hoping that they finally drove off. And then I heard a conversation between those two paramedics. One of them saying something like, listen, didn't I have a tablet with me? And I was like, no fucking way. This is not happening. I just got my keys out of my pocket, holding them stoically over my head, saying, the big one is for the downstairs door, the small one is for the apartment door. And he was like, asking me, "Oh, can I quickly get this tablet? I think I forgot this in your apartment." And was like, "Yes, but please hurry up. We need to we need to go." Of course, it took another 10 minutes after before he returned, and I, the more I think about, the more I thought about this after they stabilized me, the more I find this really an outrageous thing to happen. So I am still actually in kind of disbelief that this actually has happened. Okay, so this is the was the emergency situation. Afterwards, I experienced actually the pain management didn't work anymore like before. So we still need to we still are in the process of fixing that. So I have had a lot of pain since then, which is getting a little bit better by now. But this was another issue over the last couple of weeks. So finally, the update about my liver tumor. I need to go back a little bit. So 2.5 months ago, it was like quite a while ago, they told me that since the first diagnosis until the beginning of September, so it was like after the first chemo, the tumor has grown from about 5 centimeters, which is like massive already, to 8 centimeters. So, and it is apparently of a very aggressive kind. So they offered me what they used to do in this situation, which is apparently the gold standard, a so-called antibody therapy, which is designed to be more targeted more specifically to the tumor instead of like systemically affecting the entire body. So you would think, okay, more specifically targeted to the tumor would mean less side effects. Big mistake, because this antibody therapy has a massive main side effect, which is unavoidable, apparently, and this is a really stigmatizing skin eczema starting, of course, in the face, spreading out over the entire body during the therapy, and it unfortunately is also correlated to the effectiveness of the therapy. Meaning, the more effective the therapy is, the worse gets this kind of eczema. This is, I saw pictures in the internet. It's like really of the kind to like that were like little kids in the metros are staring at you, or people like looking at you, and like it would actually disable me to work, and lock me into my apartment, because this is even with the mask and the cap, you would really see it. And there's no, of course it goes like away afterwards, but there's no guarantee that there are no scars left and stuff, so. And my doctor told me that they discussed this in the tumor conference, and they already said that, Mr. Monroe is not going to accept this, because he's like working kind of in the public, and so they were already prepared that I denied it and turned it down, and I did. So I did. I told them that I would never agree with that and to that, and I actually did not, you know, regret this decision for a single second. But I, of course, knew since then, and this was like really laying like a really heavy layer on my brain, that this might at the end actually make the difference between life and death. So this was another thing I was like dealing with over the last couple of months. Now, a couple of days ago, or actually last week, they did another CT on me, and it turned out that the chemotherapy I'm doing now finally has also its effect on this tumor. So the tumor shrinked from 8 centimeters to apparently 4.7, which is kind of a lot. And so I got this message, I got this news on the phone from the doctor, and after this call, I was like really crying for like it was a relieved crying for like 1 hour, because finally I have an idea. I know for what I'm suffering through this whole thing. So it's effective. So I am ready to keep going, and this is actually changing the situation for me completely. So this is the most important things I wanted to update you with. I wish you guys a very Merry Christmas and lovely holidays, and I'm sending out from the bottom of my heart so much love and respect to you, and see you next time.